Hi, I can't help but to talk about abortion, one of the many subjects that many people have not yet come to an agreement about. As we know, abortion is sometimes necessary, but others believe that it's murder. What are your beliefs? As I looked through and researched about abortion and today, how people determine is abortion the right thing or is it the wrong thing? As we go into the presidential election, the runner, Mitt Romney, is one of the most talked about subjects about abortion. Back when he ran for U.S. Senate in Massachusetts, he was against abortion. But back now, in 2012, now running for the president of the United States, he is for abortion only on certain things such as rape, such as incest, and such as health issues. But as we know, health issues can be defined in many, many things, especially in women. This was an article written about Mitt Romney and his changes of sides. As most of us like to think, it's kind of funny, but do we really know what side he's really on? Not really. We're talking about the presidential election. As many of y'all might not know who Ron Paul is, he was an OB for over 30 years. As I discovered and did some research, he delivered over 4,000 babies. He is also part of the presidential election. Being brought up in his beliefs, he believes that life begins at conception. As most of us hear, that life does begin as soon as conception takes place. That's when your baby is formally a fetus. But some of us might not understand that. The laws are changed year after year, and he believes that laws and states are the ones that have to come up with these decisions whether to get rid of abortion or keep abortion, maybe only to a certain minimum. As it was controversial about having a legitimate rape. Do we even know what legitimate rape is? Maybe some of us understood, or maybe some of us just were angry at the thought that a man, especially coming from a woman's point of view, could even think this way. But what about mental health? Mental health and abortions can cause a lot of different things in women to go wrong, and such as women can fall into depression. A woman who can see a baby, who can hold babies, and go back to the thoughts of, hey, maybe when I was younger I did the same thing and I never got to know who my babies are. But it's studied that women can suffer from mental illness after termination of a human life. Some of them blame themselves, they feel guilty. But it's all part of human emotions, especially in women. My beliefs are that I am pro-life. I don't believe in abortion. But if it's necessary, such as pregnancy in the tubes, maybe even a disease that can be passed on from you to your baby, would you want your baby to live that same life? These are all questions that we still have to ask each other. Maybe it is necessary in certain situations, but I would never want to feel the need to get rid of life if I know that I'm in perfect health. And this is not coming from, even if it's unplanned, there are many different options. There's adoption, but most people, by the time they have babies, they feel that connection with their baby and don't want to give that baby to somebody else who can't have babies but want them. Abortion is such a serious thing to talk about, and maybe emotional thing. A child should have the right to experience life. Even if he or she wasn't planned, a child should never have to die because the mother might not want him or her, or everybody's condemning that situation. Religious society condemns people for aborting unborn babies, but it's still a woman's right. We live in a free country. I might not be a fan, but what gives me the right to judge? We all have the right to choose, but we have to choose for the right reasons. As strong as a believer I am, things must be completely good for the woman's body. Thanks, people, for listening. This is just my little informational way of telling you about abortion. If you ever think about it, weigh out your pros and cons. Thank you.